Hey guys, Colin here, back with your weekly roundup of music, records, some tape deck things, some comic books and Life magazines this time. Not really too many antiques to deal with, um, but we do have this. Do you all remember these glasses? This one's the BC. This is a glass from Arby's, 1981. You remember they used to give these out as promotional type stuff for their restaurants, I guess. Um, my antique mall has a whole ton of these, and I finally seen one I liked. And this is the guy from a comic called BC. If y'all remember that, it used to be in the Sunday Funnies, which I. It's been a long time since I've bought a newspaper. Do they still have comics in there? Anyways, I used to give those out. I remember getting them from McDonald's, uh, Taco Bell, and they had different characters on them. Like they even had the Smurfs, the Flintstones, Snoopy, you name whatever kind of cartoon. They put it on the glass, and you got it with your cheeseburger and large fries. What are you doing, Morty? Anyway, I got some records here. Now I already have this, but I wanted a better copy, and this is Jefferson Airplane Surrealistic Pillow. This might even be my third copy of it because it's hard to find a really nice copy of this record for some reason. Probably because the kids were uh, seeing pink elephants and whatnot when they were playing this at their big Cheech and Chong type stuff going on, parties, things, and back then. And This is a good record. You've probably seen it a million times. It's got White Rabbit as the most famous one that's on here. I also like Plant Plastic Fantastic Lover. That's a good one. Here's one. I don't know what it is. It says The Last Poets. And I haven't even listened to it yet. I bought it because it says The Last Poets. And I don't know if it's poetry or what. It says it's a 1971 pressing, so I'm not exactly sure when this may have first came out. It looks like maybe the 60s. Um, and It's got some titles in here I don't want to read because somebody might get offended on side one. But on side two, there's New York, New York, Jones coming down just because. Black Wish, When the Revolution Comes, Two Little Boys, and Surprises. There's some, like, I'm not going to show it, but yeah, The Last Poets, and that looks like it could be interesting. And here we have Captain Beefheart and his magic band, Mirror Man. Now, I don't even know what this sounds like either, but I do like some of his other, or is that his name, or is that the name of the band? Oh, the Magic Band. What was this guy's real name? I know it wasn't Captain Beefheart. What kind of drugs are these people on? Anyway, that's that, and it's got some very long. It's like a 19-minute thing on side one. Tarot plane. Side two has a 10-minute one and a 15-minute one. 25th Century Quaker and Mirror Man. But hardly ever see these around here, so I got that, even though I don't even know what it is. What it sounds like. I always get these best of records if I see a good one, and here's a good one: the best of Otis Redding. The best of Otis Redding. Lots of good tunes on here. So this will be a good listen. Sitting on the dock of the bay. Uh, Chain Gang, some covers. Try a Little Tenderness, that's a good one. And lastly, on the records, this is a new record from a new band. Well, I don't know if they're new, but I just recently heard a tune by them, and that's Portugal the Man. And I only got this because I like this song here, Feel It Still. I like that record. I heard it on like the alternative uh, station in Kansas City, and I just liked it, so I had to pick this up. Gatefold, and we'll see what the other what the rest of it sounds like. I seen they have they have like 3 albums, and I never heard of them until recently. Portugal the Man. Next we have some comic books here. These were $2 each. Here we have Swamp Thing. You guys remember Swamp Things? This is DC Comics. The award-winning Wayne and Wrightson Wonderment at its best. And here is the Marvel version, The Man Thing. DC had Swamp Thing and Marvel had Man Thing. And there he goes there, saving the life of the baby. And he has a weird looking intestine type looking face. This is a guy I've never read any of these, so this is new to me. Are they telling him to save the child, or with the dog there? I think somebody's trying to. They think he's stealing the baby. Is he stealing the baby, people? I don't know. I never read this comic. Is he a? Mostly they have good characters. They don't really have monsters that go and take babies and eat them and that sort of stuff. Swamp Thing, Man Thing. Anyway, we have, here we have another Man Thing. A monster stalks the swamp. What's it say down here? Good Lord, the bullets go right through that thing, and it keeps on coming. Man Thing. And lastly, we have a really old comic here, for Forbidden World. Sorry about the glare. I did turn down my monitor, but you can see the lamp in the background there too. No, keep away, you're dead. The story of a man who struck from the beyond. Read The Ghost of Lefty Shane. And Lefty Shane he looks a little like Vincent Price. Let's see. We have some Life magazines here. I always like getting these Life magazines. Besides the photography that's in these, this one is August 18th, 1952. Marlene Dietrich's daughter, and Marlene Dietrich, I guess, I don't really recall her. I guess she was an actress. I have a couple of her records. I know she was a singer, and one of them was in German. But that's that one. But I'll show you one of these. Here's another Life magazine. This one is June 23rd, 1952. Don't you just love the photography on these? There's an article in there, Mickey Spillane, 13 million books of sex and slaughter. And you know I like my mysteries, so I had to pick this up just to read about Mickey Spillane. And but like I said, I like the photography, and I really like a lot of the advertisements are really neat too. Let's see, what can we look at here? You have advertisements for old cars. There's an Oldsmobile there, and they did besides the photography, there was a lot of artwork in these. So these had really cool artwork, and look at this guy here, boy. He's trying to get out of washing the dishes. To the man who's ill at ease when he's easing out of the dishes. Oh, he dirty bastard, won't wash the dishes. Anyway, what else we got in here? I marked off a couple of things that I kind of not be funny, but it was kind of funny. Yeah. Are you resisting Tampax? If so, ask yourself why. That one. Here we have, here's one about smoking with the cool artwork again. Oop. Mrs. Errol Flynn says, I love to see a man smoke a cigarillo. Cigarillo. And Mr. Errol Flynn says, the new idea in smoking appeals to me, definitely. Manly look, neat and smart. Handy as a cigarette and more satisfying. The perfect mild smoke for me. He's all manly there, wearing his manly outfit, I guess. Uh, on the other side, some of the fashion of 1952. Look at that. If you want to, the one at the bottom looks like he's going to the sock hop. And there's the other ladies there. And they're 1952 styles. And there's another one of those great advertisements on the back for Coke. She's pretty happy and all dressed up there. And she's got her platter full of meats and tomatoes and sausages, it looks like. Sausages go good with Coke. Anyway, what do we got? Oh, I got a radio here. I don't think I showed this yet. I picked up this 8-track player. I got it plugged in to the batteries at the moment, so hopefully it'll fit over here. Check that out, Panasonic 8-track player, like a bright red. It's kind of crackly and stuff. I need to go through and clean it out, the dust and crap that's inside of it, because it doesn't exactly, the speakers kind of go in and out on one side. But I only got this for like, I think it was 20 bucks. And we have an 8-track here. Star Trek in 76, 20 original hits. Now, it's about a 70% or 80% chance that this won't work when I stick it in. It's liable to come apart because after 40 years or whatever, 50 years, the tape that holds the two ends together tends to disintegrate over time, and you got to crack these open and put new foil tape in there to put them together, and that takes some time. And I have a whole box of these I need to do, and I haven't did this one yet, but we'll see what happens here. We are going, I think, unless it already broke. Okay. Apparently we don't want to work now. But we get some crackling out of there. Well, it was working earlier. Maybe it's just this tape I'm using. You know, we keep having these malfunctions every week. Okay, we gave up on that, so here you see the radio. It does work. Maybe it's the tape I'm using. I probably would have got a YouTube hit anyway if I played something on that too loud. Okay, and lastly, here's the horn to my 64 Rambler that we still need to put on because I need to have some of these little this thing here holds it down to the steering wheel, and I'm going to have somebody make those for me that has a shop and the equipment to do that. But that's the thingy for my 64 Rambler. The horn part in the middle, you know, honk, honk. I've had a lot of work done on it already. It's got a new windshield wiper motor, a new carburetor. It's already had all the exhaust system changed out before I got it. Otherwise, it's all original, mostly. I had my neighbor has been doing some work for me for. Luckily he works for beer. Anyway, he dropped my gas tank and changed my floater inside. The floater is what shows what level your gas is on the gauge on the dashboard. He changed that out for me, and there were some fuel lines that were cracking and stuff, and he fixed those for me. And she's back up and running. And whenever it gets nice out, that's when I take Buford out for a drive. Um, and I guess that's it. We'll play our tune at the end like we've been doing. See what we can do here. Colin, over and out, and Weirdos Unite. Say hi and bye, Morty.